It goes without saying, people are tired. You ever wake up at the beginning of the week and you got that pit in your stomach? You know it's time to go to work. You know it's time to go into that place you don't want to be, but you got to do it. And the sad part is sometimes it's not even about the money. It's about your dignity. Maybe you get paid great. Maybe the benefits are great. Maybe the job from the outside looking in is okay. But that dignity, you know, you want something better for yourself. All you got to do is look online. You look on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. People are tired. I have nurses in my family and they continue to raise the requirements, but they're keeping the salary the same. The stuff that they got to deal with on a daily basis, they're grossly underpaid. Now, I'll be honest. I work in sales. I've been in software sales for the past 5 years. And when I got into it, my opinion is it was already starting to kind of go down. Now, I'm not saying that it's a bad industry to be a part of. You can surely make a lot of money. You can have a semblance of time freedom. You can. But at the end of the day, you are still working for somebody else. You are still helping them become rich. And I spoke in another video about making their vision stronger. You're part of their vision. To have a suite of employees that they can delegate tasks to, which is going to help them reach their vision. It makes me think about Henry Ford. He famously said, I didn't fail 10,000 times. I failed once. I just recognized 10,000 ways not to do it. That's a different mindset. That's a different mindset. It's very possible nobody's going to see these videos I'm putting up for a while. I am on my journey to do YouTube automation and I'm documenting my journey. Look at this. I have so many notes. Look at this. Just from ideas, scripts, stuff that I'm writing down for my channel. My point in sharing that is you have to become very, very clear on your vision. And again, these jobs are not designed to help us reach our truest potential. There's people quitting after pulling up to the job. I was in the gym today doing my set. I was trying not to overhear it, but I was recording the video, so I didn't have the sound on while it was recording. I was listening. It was a lady that was talking on the other line, 2 treadmills down from me. And she basically said, she did. She said she went up to her job and she quit. She just quit. People are clocking out. Now, I don't suggest that. You see a lot of people online, and I don't job bash, I don't career bash, I don't do any of that. I don't company bash. I am simply saying this matrix is not designed for thinkers. It's designed for people who do. Now, you can get a job as an RN, a doctor, an executive, a lawyer, and you'll make good money. You'll make 250, 300,000, maybe even 500,000. You will, but your dignity, will it remain intact? And only you can answer that. Only I can answer that for me. Just think about that. You are trading your best years, your formidable years, for someone else's dream. That hit me in a spot this year. And I have people who like, oh man, I got this, I got that. Me and my wife, we do good. But again, it's not just the money. It's the realization that this can be gone in a while. But what I build on my own is going to be on my own. It's going to be on my own. It's finding your superpower. You cannot reach your truest potential in any job that employs you. Now, here's where I want to be very clear, because I have this conversation with people. For anybody who is okay and they've consciously agreed and said, no, I'm okay. This is just what I want. I want to work this job. I want to be good at it. I'm good. This video is not for you. It's not for you. This is for the people like myself who once was brainwashed, and I didn't go to college. I got into sales right out of high school at Chase Bank. I worked there. I ended up working there full time as a teller, and then I moved into a banker role, and then I got into insurance sales. I've done a bunch of different sales, and then in the past 5 years, I've been in software sales. But the reality is, when I'm sitting during the weekend and I'm really thinking about the security of my job, your clock in sales, it resets every 30 days. Every 30 days. It's what you have done for me lately. What have you done for me lately? It is not about what you did yesterday, last month, whatever. No. Constant will. So you have to ask yourself, it's one thing to work and grind and sell for something that's your vision, because you have the internal fortitude and everything that you need when resistance get tough. It reminds me of something Henry Ford said when he started and he wanted to get his product produced. People laughed at him. There was a lot of naysayers. How are you going to do this? You're not going to do this. To make it worse, he continued to fail over and over and over and over and over again. He has a famous quote, "Produce it anyway." That is the power of the decision. The power of the decision. He made a decision and he stuck to it no matter what. And it's the same that I know I'm in that season of my life where I am consciously deciding I do not want to be a part of someone else's vision. I want to be the solution to my own vision. I know my superpower. I know my superpower. Even if I'm still learning how to fly the plane while I'm building it, I know my superpower, and I know my why. I know my vision. You can only go so far. Only go so far. And I'm in corporate America. By my peer standards, I do good. I should be okay. But that's still fitting into a mold. See, true freedom is something that continues to work even when you're not around. True freedom is really understanding and truly believing, not being bought, not buying in to, oh, I sell this software, I sell this product, I do this job because my family did it, so this is what I should do. No, that's acceptance. That's acceptance. That's the difference. That's tolerance. There's a big difference. When you decide, produce it anyway. Produce it anyway. Henry Ford said, produce it anyway. Every time there was a naysay, produce it anyway. Fail after fail after fail, produce it anyway. So that's my goal with my YouTube business. I'm gonna produce these videos anyway. I'm gonna share my fails anyway. I'm gonna share my wins anyway. Until I reach exactly where I want to be. And I challenge you to do the same. Because these jobs are crazy. They're crazy. They're not designed for us to retire and feel good anymore. I mean, back then it was a little bit better, but it was still building somebody's vision. Now it's crazy. There's so many online businesses that you can start that doesn't require a lot of money. All you have to do is be persistent. I'm speaking before I've even attained it. I'm okay in life now. So I just believe and I have that intrinsic motivation. That's one of my superpowers. But I've seen people in my circle do it. I was a naysayer before. People been telling me, hey, Ty, start a YouTube. I had one years ago. It was for a totally different reason in Chicago. I used to dance and stuff, but I grew it to, I don't know, like 200 subscribers. My top video had like 20K. So, and this was back in 2008. So I know it's possible. I know it's possible. But now there's a audience of people who need to hear this message. Produce it anyway. So I just want to leave y'all with that. So get out there, find your vision, fill up your notepad, and get to work. Get to work, because it's ugly. It's ugly. And unless you invest in yourself, you cannot expect anybody else to invest in you. Find your superpower. You'll save yourself.